Hey everyone, welcome back to Coding with Nathan. Today we're building a real weather app in Python that pulls live data from a free weather API. This is a big step up. It's project number 8 in our beginner series and introduces you to working with APIs, JSON data, and creating useful desktop applications. By the end of this video, you'll have a working weather app where you can search for any city and get the current temperature, conditions, humidity, wind speed, and more. This is the kind of project that looks impressive on your portfolio. Let's get started. All right, so here's what we're going to build. It's this app right here. We'll enter the city. We are in Fort Worth. We'll get the weather. Okay, click on this. All right, there we go. 7.9, it's overcast. Got humidity, wind speed. Change this to Dallas. See what the weather is over there. All right, and that is what we are going to build. So let's all get ready. All right, so for this tutorial, we will have to install another library. What you need to do is go to where you have your code and type simply pip install requests. This installs a third-party library, which is pretty standard, as you can see by the ease that it is installing here. This is a library that allows you to do HTTP requests to other websites and APIs very easily. And that is why we're going to use it. There you go. It says pip install upgrade. Okay, it says a new version of the pip which we use to install this is available. And we will actually just run that while we're here too. So every once in a while you have this. It's very easy to keep it updated. And that's all what you do, that's all you need. And now our weather app program should work fine. Back to the coding. Okay, so we have one quick clarification. So if, after you have installed the requests library, it still does not, the IDE does not find it, what you need to do is go down to here to this terminal, see the exact Python that it is using, put the whole path in, and then add -m pip install request, and this will install it for the version of Python that the IDE is trying to use, and that should solve any problems in that area. All right, so create your file. We have named ours weather_app.py. We of course have cheated a little bit and pre-populated ours with some of the stuff that's just a lot of typing and doesn't help us, but we'll go over it with you. And as always, remember that the complete code is available from our GitHub, which is linked in the description and in a comment below. So if you don't want to type, that would be where you should go. All right, so the first thing we need to do is import the TK interface library as TK. We then do a more specific import so that we get the message box and we do not have to put even the TK dot in front of it. Then we get the new library, which is import requests. This is a library that's pretty standard, but it still is third party and is not automatically installed with Python. But this library allows you to easily go out and send HTTP requests to websites and APIs out on the web and interpret the results when they come back. All right, so now next we, as normal, set up all our colors that we're going to use to set up our app. We then declare our class, which we have named a weather app in this case. We then have our initialization function where we, of course, set up the TK interface library. We give it a name, we give it a size, we give it a background color, we tell it not to be resizable, and then we call our function which creates all the buttons and fields on it. That is our create widgets function. So then we define the create widgets functions where we set up a label, and then in a frame we put the fields where you can enter your city and get that. So we select the color, select the label, we take, this is our, right here is where we do our entry for user input, and then we bind it. All right, so what we have is a button, and when you click on it, it will call get weather function, which we have not defined yet, but we will define soon. We are then going to create another frame, which we will put our answer in. We put a label to get the name, enter the city name of the weather information, and we then put in our results labels, which are initially hidden. All right, and there we go. That's it. We're ready to put in the meat of the program. All right, so the main function we need to define is the get weather call itself. It does not have a variable. We're going to set up a variable called city. We're going to get it from our input. We're going to strip off any extra characters on the end. If it is blank, we cannot request it. Well, we can, but it will fail, so we don't want to request it. So we're going to show a warning. Put required. Please enter a city name. All right. Then we're just going to return out of here so that we do not go on. All right. Then we set up our try. All right, so first we have to look up our geocoding for our city. And so we are going to make a call to do that. Geo URL equals F HTTPS geocoding API dot open-meteo.com's v1 search name equals, we put in our city, and count equals 1 because we only want one response. All right, that is our call. Then we need to actually make the call. We're going to get the response in GeoResponse. We're going to do request.get geo URL. And we need to spell this correctly. Quest, we don't need that. All right. Pretty simple. Geo data equals geo response.json. Okay. All right, so we want the response back as JSON. If results in geo. All right, so if we don't get any results back, that is a problem. All right, don't want blank results or no results. City not found. Would not find weather for city. Also return here. All right. But if we do have a response, we need to get the, we need to learn how to type. Get geodata results 0 and latitude. All right, so we get the latitude, we get the longitude, again with the typing. Name. Really. Geodata. Results. 0. Name. All right. Then, using this information, we need to actually get the current weather. Okay, so we then need another call, which we are Call the weather URL. HTTPS API.Open-Meteo.com. One forecast latitude equals lat. Equals code and speed 10M. All right, that is our URL. All right, so weather response equals request get weather URL. Right, weather data. Response.json. Current equals weather data. Current. All right. And we have to response our we have to map the response back to where we want to display it. All right, so weather codes equals and what it means. All right, so 0 means clear sky. Clear. Cloudy. Overcast. Five equals fog. Fun stuff. 8. Positing. 9 fog. All right. 51. Light drizzle. T3 is moderate drizzle. 65 is dense drizzle. 61. Slight rain. 63. Moderate rain. Betting it's 65 is heavy rain. All right. 71. Slight snow. 3. It's gonna be moderate snow. And 75 should be heavy snow. All right, almost done here. 80. Slight rain showers. 1. Moderate rain showers. 2. Showers. Okay. All right. That is our codes. Okay. Condition. Other codes dot get current other code. Right. Now we have all that. Can update our GUI. Need to put in our response. All right. So self default label pack forget. All right, so get rid of that. Self.city label .big text equals f city underscore name. All right. Self.city label pack y equals 10. All right. Self.temp label big text equals f current temperature 2M. I believe that's the current temperature within the last 2 minutes. Okay. AC. All right. Label condition label big text equals condition. Condition label dot pack -5. Got details. Humidity. T2M. N. Kilometers per hour. That should take care of that. I need self.details. Label. Big text equals details. Self.details label pack. All right, that is all we have to do there. Now we need to handle our exception. That's E. Drop message box, show error. Failed to fetch weather data. Error. String E. All right, there we go. That is the end of that. All right, and of course we have to define our run self to just run the main loop. And we have to define our file to instantiate our weather app and call run. Now the excitement begins. Where did we screw up? It says no problem so far, but we will see. All right, we need to run. All right, it came up. That is a plus. Let's see what we get with Fort Worth. All right, failed to fetch weather data relative humidity H2M. All right, so that looks like just a typo. So let's go back in here. Relative humidity. Let's try this again. First typo. All right. We'll do Fort Worth again since it works so well. And there we go. Right. Change this to Dallas. Very good. Oh, all right. And we're going to see what our error message is. Let's see if I can find this city. Could not find weather for. All right. Everything seems to be working. All right. So what can you do to improve this? Well, you can add a 7-day forecast. You can show weather icons based on condition. You could add a temperature unit toggle between Celsius and Fahrenheit. You could save your favorite cities. And you could add error handling for invalid city names. And that's it. You have now your own working weather app that pulls live data from the internet. This is a huge milestone because you've learned how to connect to real APIs and work with JSON data, skills used by professional developers every day. You can now build apps that interact with the real world. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical Python projects. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see, any problems you have, and what city you checked first. Come back for the next video, and as always, go to our GitHub to get the complete code. Thanks.